how we do. It's Friday night and I feel alright. Party's here on the west side. This is gonna be my new intro. But as y'all can see, I'm feeling a little good. I just made some burgers I'm about to eat when I get done talking to you guys. And I have my wine. I'm gonna put y'all on real quick. Jam jar. Jam. They put rubber bands in my mouth. So if you thought it was hard to understand me before, it's definitely hard now. Pray for me that they get this stuff out of my mouth as soon as possible. ASAPly. But anyway, let's go ahead and get this started. I don't want to hold y'all for too long, but today I have for you guys a book review for all of my readers out there. Let's take a thumbnail. Let's see. Is that cute? How about this? What about that? That's cute. That's gonna be my thumbnail. Let's see if people want to watch it. But anyway, as you guys read on the title, today's book review for all my bookworms out there is going to be on The Man Behind the Man. That's right, you guys. Demetrius Smith Sr. is the author. Goodness. Demetrius Smith Sr. is the author. And, oh, I'm not reading the title correctly. It's called The Man Behind the Man, Looking from the Inside Out. And if you guys do not know, the author, Mr. Demetrius Smith Sr., we might be related. His last name is Smith. I'm a Smith as well. But if you see here, he was R. Kelly's manager. I don't know if you guys can see. But he was his manager. So he wrote kind of like his own little book. I'll get into that. But after the Surviving R. Kelly docu-series, I don't know if y'all have been keeping up, but I have been like glued to any type of information that comes out about that case. I don't know, I'm just really passionate about those type of cases. They just really just catch my attention. So I was really ready to hear what Mr. Demetrius Smith Sr. had to say. If you guys watched the docu-series, you saw him on there. He was one of the enablers, you know, that came forth and said that he helped R. Kelly make a fake birth certificate for Aaliyah in order for them to get married. Okay, so I know the country is divided on if R. Kelly is wrong or if R. Kelly is not wrong. I personally believe R. Kelly is wrong for what he did. I also believe that he is a victim first before he is a perpetrator. I really believe that he needs help mentally. And of course, yes, he definitely needs to be punished for his wrongdoing, but I really believe he needs some help mentally. I wish they could kind of like give him, I wish they could have him into some type of therapy while he's in prison. That would be ideal. But anyway, so the manager, let's give you guys a little description of the book. R. Kelly's manager, Mr. Demetrius Smith Sr. is R. Kelly's manager who worked with him from R. Kelly's childhood up until stardom and a little bit past stardom. So if you want some information about R. Kelly, then he would be the person to kind of listen to. You know, if you kind of want to get a little insight or a point of view or whatever, I think he would be a good person to listen to because he was there from, he saw it all. Mr. Smith kind of tells his life story along with his story or his experience as R. Kelly's manager. But he tells his life story as well, his personal life story. So it's like an autobiography of himself. And then you get his experience with R. Kelly as a bonus. Mr. Smith has conquered a lot of tough obstacles, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all some things that will make you want to read the book. He has conquered a lot of tough obstacles, such as addiction, jail and prison time, him finding God, his journey into finding God and losing God and finding God again. I want to say he did that several times. It's really, really interesting. I promise you. This book right here is definitely a page turner. Like, it really is good. Okay, so did I like or dislike the book? You probably can tell already. I really, really like the book. I give it 5 stars. No. I give it 4.5 stars. And the reason why I say 4.5 stars, no, 4.8, 4.9. The only reason why I say I don't give it all 5 stars is because some of the punctuation and stuff is kind of off, but then I don't want to be too judgmental by it, because to me it kind of makes it more personal. It makes it more personal because he wrote this while he was in jail, so it wasn't perfect. Like, some of the sentences were repetitive, as if whoever proofread it didn't really proofread it. But I don't know, that makes it seem more real a little bit, so that's why I wouldn't say 5 stars. But as far as content, Mr. Smith, you got 5 stars, I promise you. The reason why I give it 5 stars is because it seems like a very honest story. And the reason why I say it seems very honest is because he said some things that I could imagine would be very humiliating for a man to admit. You know, you would think some people would leave certain things out when they're talking about their life, or if they're doing like a tell-all book or something like that. You would think they would leave some things about themselves out, but he didn't. His audience, me, is a mature audience, of course. It's for those who enjoy reading autobiographies. I've realized lately that that's been my thing, autobiographies. So if you're into that, this is a good book for you. If you are into getting information about, well, not getting, reading about like what goes on in the industry and stuff, I think this is a good book. In the entertainment industry, I'm into that type of stuff, so it was really good for me. And lastly, this book is for those who have been following the case and have been following R. Kelly and his journey. Do I recommend it? Yes. I believe Mr. Demetrius is or was an enabler. As we saw on the docuseries, there were a lot of enablers, but I believe he was one. And since I've been wanting to hear from an enabler's point of view, you know, I've been wanting to hear their perspective on this whole thing. I've been wanting to hear like what they think, what they saw, what they believe was wrong. You know, I just want to hear their side of the story. So for him to come out and make a book, he actually wrote this book like 10 years ago. But I was doing my Googles and I saw that he had a book out 10 years ago. So for him to have written a book about his journey and his experience with this man R. Kelly, I went ahead and I grabbed it. So if you want to read it, if it sounds like it's something that you are interested in, go ahead and go to Amazon. I will link the book in the description box below and purchase your book today. Jam Jar, how about y'all sponsor me? Jam Jar. Y'all should go and try Jam Jar. Something Shiraz. I forgot the name of it. That just tells you how good the wine is, because I drink this wine like all the time. But bye y'all.